Hi everyone, I'm Erin and I'm so thrilled to welcome you all to Pampered Chef Live. I'm so glad that you're here with us. Today, we're gonna be making a cauliflower shepherd's pie, and you'll get to see some of our products in action while picking up new cooking hacks and mealtime inspiration along the way. Now, if you've joined us for past Pampered Chef Live events, you'll likely notice that something is new here, right? Pampered Chef Live has officially moved to YouTube. This new format makes it easier than ever to find, watch, and share these episodes with others. You can chat with us live or watch later on your own schedule and rewatch as many times as you'd like. So just head to our YouTube channel and you are all set. You'll also find this event and all future events embedded right onto our live events page on the Pampered Chef website. Again, easy peasy. We like to keep it simple here. So if you're watching live, be sure to hop into the live chat and say hello. We want to chat with you. And if you're watching the replay, you can still join the conversation in the comment section on YouTube. Now that live chat does close once the event is over, but comments stay forever, so make sure you're leaving comments. And since we love making things so easy for you, you can also shop directly from this video. Just check out the link in the description to visit our website and try out our super cool interactive shopping experience. All right, before we jump in, don't forget to take the quick survey. You can find it on the live events page on the Pampered Chef website. We have weekly giveaways for viewers who fill it out, so don't miss your chance to enter. All right, are you ready? Over to you, Sandy.
Hey everyone, welcome to Pampered Chef Live. We're so glad that you're joining us. My name is Sandy. I lead the culinary team here, and I'm excited to show you an amazing new recipe kind of to start the year off right. So hope you all had great holidays. I know maybe we're tired of cooking, or maybe we're trying to make some better choices when it comes to our recipes and our food this season. So this cauliflower shepherd's pie is gonna help you out. It's still warm and comforting and delicious, but with some smart swaps that'll help you make you feel a little bit better about your meals. So we're ready to go. Let's get cooking. We're going to start with our first smart swap, which is cauliflower, not instead of potatoes. We're going to add a little potatoes so you still get that amazing flavor of the mashed potatoes with the cheese over the shepherd's pie, but it's going to be mostly cauliflower. Now, there's nothing wrong with potatoes. I love mashed potatoes, all types. They're high in potassium, high in fiber, but cauliflower is going to be a little lower in carbs, lower in calories, and super high in vitamin C, which is sort of a fun fact about cauliflower, especially this cold and flu season. It's a great idea to get a little more cauliflower into your diet. So we're going to add about 4 to 6 cups to our deluxe cooking blender. This is going to cook and puree our cauliflower, which is so cool. We're going to add 3/4 cup of water and a little bit of salt. So how cool that this thing just takes whole ingredients and turns them into purees. You can do this with soup. If you haven't checked out our sweet potato soup, it's literally sweet potatoes, some broth or water, and some seasonings, and you get a rich and creamy and dreamy, amazing soup. You can make things like nut butters and smoothies that are really amazing, but this thing heats, cooks, and chops. Also, it can make jam. So if you're looking to control your ingredients more this season, the Deluxe Cooking Blender is gonna help you do that. It also makes alternative milk. So if you wanna make your own nut milk, oat milk, rice milk, this thing is for you. It comes with a cooking guide to get you started. I'm gonna set it to the heated puree setting. Okay, we're gonna start with our meat mixture in the 4.5 quart stainless steel saute pan. We're gonna do ground turkey. You could do ground beef, ground chicken, plant-based meat crumbles, or even a combination. You wanna heat your oil in your stainless pan. And when it comes to stainless, you might wanna cook with just slightly more oil because it's not nonstick. You wanna make sure nothing's sticking to the pan. And then heat it for a good 2 to 3 minutes, and you're gonna see the oil shimmering or rippling, and I'm gonna wait until you see that, and that's when you know it's okay to add the food. You're starting to see that shimmer or that ripple a little when you move the pan around. All right, I'm gonna add my ground turkey. Got 2 whole pounds of this. That's So it's gonna feed a crowd. And you wanna hear that. And maybe you haven't heard of cooking ground turkey or ground meat in stainless. Maybe you're just thinking of your whole pieces of protein. It actually works just the same. You're gonna get that browning and caramelization, kind of a crust on your meat, and that just means better flavor. So what I like to do is kind of break it in big chunks and leave it. We're gonna leave it for a few minutes and then we're gonna go in with the mix and chop. 2 tablespoons of rub. I've got my 3 onion rub, and I'm gonna pour it all the way to the top of the lid, which is gonna give you 2 tablespoons. About a tablespoon per pound of meat, so I had 2 for this. Okay, we're gonna start prepping our carrots. We've got 2 large carrots here. Just gonna peel them and chop them. I have my pivoting peeler, which is super cool because you could do it in this vertical position or twist it down to horizontal. Now for long, skinny things like carrots, I like to do it in the vertical position. It's got this safety cover on it. And you can also grate back and forth, which I love because it kind of cuts down on the time. Oh, and it's so smooth. So if you're wanting to add some more vegetables into your meals, the food chopper is for you because you can get things as fine or as coarse as you want them. But of course, the finer you chop something, the easier it is to kind of hide the vegetables in your meal. That's pretty good. And of course, this clear collar allows you to see what you're chopping. If I wanted to hide more veggies, maybe like zucchini, I would chop it super, super fine. And this guy is dishwasher safe, so how easy. All right, let's check in. Check out that color. Got some good browning going on. Now I'm gonna go in with my mix and chop, start breaking that meat up. Did you guys know, hey, anybody who's had the mix and chop for so long, did you know this is a thumb rest for you? Sometimes I see new people around Pampered Chef just going like this, like, use the thumb rest. Relax your thumb. Okay, we're gonna sprinkle with a little bit of flour. This is just gonna help thicken up the whole mixture. You could also use a cup for cup gluten-free flour too. The stainless is gonna give you super even heating too. That's why I also love cooking nice big kind of casseroles like this in stainless. No hot spots, no uneven cooking. We're gonna go ahead and add those carrots. And then we've got 2 cups of broth. You could do beef broth or chicken broth, even veggie broth if you wanna keep this vegetarian. We've got 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and then 2 cups of frozen peas. So let's get this all stirred together. And you want to bring this to a simmer. And what I love about stainless, so many things, but this is going to go under the broiler. So this is a true one-pot meal where it starts on the stove, goes under the broiler for just a few minutes, and then it's ready. How quick was that? Okay, so we're gonna keep this uncovered and let it simmer and just reduce, which just means you are letting that liquid evaporate so that all the flavors come together and intensify. In the meantime, let's check on our cauliflower puree. It's looking really great and smooth, and we're just gonna add a little bit of leftover mashed potatoes to it. You could also add some instant mashed potato flakes. You want to bulk it up and then give it a little bit of that potato flavor. So we're going to add about 1 to 2 cups. And this is just going to pulse. I'm just going to use the pulse setting on this to get it all mixed together. I warmed the potatoes slightly. Nice and smooth. You could even fool people. They don't even have to know that there's cauliflower in there. So while this is simmering for a couple more minutes, maybe 5-6 minutes in total, I'm going to go ahead and preheat my broiler. So I'm using our coarse grater. Comes with a shield, which is really nice for storage. And I'm just gonna grate, this is sharp cheddar. I like to do it this way. You can do regular cheddar, medium cheddar, really any cheese you like. I like to keep my cheese in the fridge until I'm ready to grate it so it stays firm. And these blades are actually chemically etched to keep them really, really sharp. So speaking of sharp, you want to be careful when your cheese gets down to the small pieces and use the food holder that comes with it. Fit right in there. And grating your own cheese is really important for a recipe like this because you want it to melt really well. And pre-grated cheese just is not going to do that. This grater is also cool because it folds down for storage, or you can also grate over a bowl in this position too. This is looking really good. I hope you can see how it's really thickened up and everything's really melded together. So now it's ready to add the cauliflower potato mixture. I love how the blender has a spout, so everything comes out easily. Guys, has cauliflower ever looked so good? I guess I'm using a whole block here. You could use half, but I think it really needs the good coverage. This is gonna go into the broiler, just about 3 to 4 minutes. Make sure you check it carefully. Everybody's broiler is different. You don't want it to burn, and it happens fast. Oh my gosh, look how good that looks. A little bit of browning, fully melted. We're just gonna let this cool for 5 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna dig in with my silicone scoop and serve. This guy is perfect for casseroles like this and lasagnas, so you can get a nice, generous piece. So good, you guys. I hope you put in the comments, what did you learn with this recipe? Are you excited to make it? Maybe you have your eyes on some of the products that I showed you today. I'm excited that I showed you something that can help reset your meals this January, and can't wait to see you next time. Bye.
All right, I want to share some amazing offers happening this month that you do not want to miss. Host a party this month and get rewarded with 60% off any product or set. Or take your party to the next level and you'll earn double the free products on top of that. It's the perfect way to upgrade your kitchen for less. And speaking of stocking up for less, we have an incredible 15% off sale on some of our top selling products that you do not want to miss out on. Hosts can even use their 60% off discount towards these sale items. That's a win-win for your kitchen and your wallet. You know what another huge win is? Starting a new side hustle in the beginning of the year. Now is a great time to become a Pampered Chef consultant. Kick off the new year with a fun, flexible opportunity that can seamlessly fit into your life. And you can start for less this month with our electric twist and chop kit for just $30 in the US or $40 in Canada. To learn more, reach out to your consultant or head to the Pampered Chef website for more information. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you want to rewatch this episode or catch past and upcoming events, you can find everything right here on YouTube or on our live events page on the Pampered Chef website. Before you go, don't forget to fill out the survey for your chance to win this week's giveaway. It only takes about a minute to fill out, and your feedback truly shapes our future shows. We'll be back next week with another great recipe and more tips to make mealtime easier and more fun. Until then, happy cooking, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.